before I get to the panel, I'm going to give them and you some food for thought with a very big dish. And what we're taking on is what we heard from cable news today. Unsettling news, no matter who you are, what stripe you are, or what you watch. Tucker Carlson, out. Don Lemon, out. Two very different situations. Now, as you know, if you watch my show, I don't talk a lot about CNN, certainly me and CNN, pending the outcome of my own litigation. But a lot of this reporting, okay, on all of this is hype. Let's start with Carlson, okay? Look, the exits or ousters or conscious uncouplings or whatever spin winds up coming out with these announcements, all you're hearing is regurgitated and reflected agendas at play, okay? This is a demonstration as much of anything as how petty the media business can be. Yes, my take is a little different than what you've been getting hit over the head with all day long since the news came out. If you don't like Tucker Carlson, and there's plenty of reason to justify that feeling, but you should have said it when he was in the job and in power. All this talk now from others in the media about how this is accountability and we need that because he does this and that rings hollow to me, okay? Many reports I've seen are guesses, okay? Or they're based off information from those in management or somewhere in power who want you to see things a certain way about what happened to these two men today. Now, I don't know that this decision is as much about money with Tucker Carlson as it is anything loftier than that. All right, why? Carlson is kind of a unique animal in my business. He has very big ratings, very big following, but a very shallow base of advertisers willing to fund his act. And in case you had your head in the sand the last couple of weeks, Fox has a big settlement to pay, all right? Hundreds of millions of dollars, which means less money for production, staff, and talent, even someone like Tucker Carlson, who was obviously valuable to the place. So we'll see what shakes out. But I would keep money at the top of my list more than accountability, all right? Now, to those who watched him in the Fox audience, we get a good amount of crossover here. I've often said my problem with Carlson is he knew better than what he tried to peddle to you. He played to division by feeding into conspiracies and false flag operations that abused a very legitimate interest that he was right to target. He was right to look at questioning government and those that we give power to there in their institutions and their individual capacities. Yes, yes, yes. But he didn't do it the right way. And I am not going to celebrate him being gone just because I don't like how he did his job. I know the feeling of losing your job without notice or warning, or even understanding how it made sense. And it sucks. And I take no pleasure in other people's pain. But I also know there are shows like this one that do go at power and those in power without faking it. And we do it because it is a legitimate interest for you. So anyone who wants that kind of reporting, you can find it. Now, as for the intrigue surrounding the move on him, I have Bill O'Reilly here to talk about that and what happened at Fox and what it means going forward. And nobody understands the place better. You know, O'Reilly is the biggest star they've ever had. Number two is Tucker Carlson. Now, as for Don Lemon, look, that's personal for me, all right? I wish him well. And I'm sure he has more TV ahead of him if he wants it. He's incredibly talented. I don't know much about what happened there, but I will say he loved working at CNN, and he worked there for a long time. In both of these buzzy situations today, I do think you should examine how these companies chose to end their relationships with some of their main players. I wonder if it matters to you guys, because I'll tell you what, it matters to those in the ranks of this business. How the company treats you on the way out matters. And in case you need reminding, this can be a tough business. All business is tough, but I've been in a lot of different industries. The media is tougher than anything I've ever seen, even tougher than politics. Because I'll tell you what, even within this party system that I detest, people stick with their own most of the time. On the left, not so much, but the right does. The media, you never know where it's going to come from or who it's going to be. Hunter S. Thompson said it best. The TV business is uglier than most things. It is normally perceived as some kind of cruel and shallow money trench through the heart of the journalism industry. a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run free and good men die like dogs for no good reason. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.